Hey guys, it's Kelsey, and I'm back with another scrapbooking process video. This is kind of an interesting one because I don't have a photo for this one. This one I really wanted to incorporate the map from Barnsley Gardens, which is where Marcus and I went for our honeymoon, our little mini honeymoon, I should say. So I really wanted to incorporate this map on one of the layouts, and I was hoping I could do it on a layout with some pictures, but I realized that this map took up so much real estate on the page. It'd be really difficult to use it on a page with a photo and have the map showing how I wanted it to. So I decided just to do a page with just the map. And I have my little info card from this collection with all the different pattern papers, and it filled up the exact amount of space that I needed it to fill out the rest of the 12 by 12. So this is a very simple layout. I love this because I'm just using pretty much packaging and the map. So I think this is a really important page to have within my honeymoon album. And so I thought it was important enough to share because I feel like most of us, when we go on trips, we end up with things like this, like brochures and info cards and all that kind of stuff. And I think it's important to include within your photos. I think it gives you a lot of information. And I love this because I remember pulling out this map to go to all these different places around Barnsley Gardens. And I love that you can see the inn, you can see the golf course, you can see the farm. You can see where we went, to the ruins and canoeing on the lake. And I just love that this encompasses everything that you'll see throughout flipping through my album. So very simple page. I have the map on the bottom half, the gap at the top. I'm using the packaging from my kit. I love this because automatically this is going to coordinate with the rest of the pages I'm using this collection for. So I'm trimming off the excess parts of the map. I'm not too worried about the words or the key at the bottom. I think the map does a really good job about labeling what everything is, so I don't really feel like I need any of the extra stuff. I was kind of sad that I trimmed off the Barnsley Resort logo in the upper left-hand corner, but I had a couple brochures as well, so I ended up just trimming out the logo from a brochure and matting it and putting it back on to the map just to cover up the part that was covered. Here you can see this brochure, and I'm just going to steal that little logo there because I really wanted the logo included as well. So I'm going to trim out this logo from the brochure. I wasn't really sure if I was going to use the brochure or not, but honestly, I think the photos are pretty self-explanatory what we're doing, and this map is very clear about where on Barnsley Gardens we did those things. So I really don't think I need any of the other information that is in this brochure. So I'm happy about this. I love these little kind of extra pages that give you a break from the photos to kind of fill in the rest of the info. So I'm going to trim this down a little bit more. I'm going to mat it in white and pop it up on some foam, but it's going to go right there in the upper left-hand corner of the map to kind of cover up the part of the logo that I cut off. But yeah, I love this. We had a ton of fun here. We were here for pretty like 2.5 days, I would say, and we did a ton. So we got in pretty late. So the first night we pretty much went to eat at the Woodlands Grill, and then we hung out at a fire pit. They have fire pits everywhere along this resort, so it was really nice because you could just find a fire pit that was open and just hang out, which was really fun. And we did that every single night we were here, which was a lot of fun. And one night we even ordered room service for a charcuterie board and took that down to one of the fire pits. So we had a lot of fun with that. We brought our own wine from home because their wine was expensive. And my mom had been here a couple times, so she kind of gave us different hints of stuff we could do, and bringing our own wine was one of them. So I was super happy about that because we could just take our bottle of wine and their charcuterie board from the grill and just hang out. They also had complimentary s'mores bars where you could just take everything for s'mores from the inn out to the fire pit. So that was really fun. We did that a couple times too. But it was just so nice. We had so much fun. The first day is when we woke up and we did horse riding. We hung out with the animals at the farm. We went canoeing, hiking, bike riding. We did so much physical stuff the first day. So the second day was our more laid back day where we got to play golf pretty much for a majority of the day, which it was really beautiful weather and scenery, so that was really nice as well. But yeah, we did a lot. So this is where I'm going through. I really wanted to include a title just so I had something. I felt like I needed to embellish with something. So I am going through these little Heidi Swap plastic letters. It was really difficult to come up with a title because a lot of my important letters were already gone. But I used my little Letters to Words Litscape website to come up with several words, and I could spell lucky, I could spell cozy, I could spell world, and one of the things that I really loved about this place was that you really feel like secluded in this own little like mini town. Like you're surrounded by the mountains and you really don't see any other like civilization other than this little resort. So I love that we just felt like you were this comfortable little cozy mini town. So I ended up going with Cozy World. I felt like it was the best I could do with the letters I had, but it really did feel like you were in this like mini little cozy world, and I loved it so much. Marcus, they had little like cottages that you could rent, which are like super cute little like mini houses that we would have loved, but it was like way more expensive than just staying in the inn, and the inn was really nice, so we just stayed in the inn. But Marcus several times was like, I wish I could just buy one of these little cottages and we could just live here. He started planning for like way off in the future, if we ever like get to retire, that we would like go to a little town like this and just buy a little cottage. I thought it was funny. But really, really sweet place. So I am picking out all my letters and trying to figure out what to do. I think I'm finally realizing that I want to find the word cozy. So I'm looking for a Z and another Y. But after I find cozy, I'm pretty much like, okay, the title's got to be Cozy World. It's like the only thing that fits. So I do just use my Nuvo adhesive glue. I thought about using the Tombow Mono Multi, but I know with these plastic letters you can see through them, and the Tombow Mono Multi kind of dries like a yellowish, and I wanted to dry glue that would dry clear, so that's why I went with my Nuvo Drops glue instead. I'm just going to space them out along the bottom here. I wanted to pull something onto the map, and I really did not need the map key that was down here. But I wanted something because I feel like I have all the different patterns and colors from the collection running along the top there. I wanted some embellishment lower on the page on the actual map. So you can see I kind of spaced out Cozy World. I like where that's spaced, but I feel like I need something to fill in the rest of the gap. And I wanted some kind of embellishment, even though I didn't want to do too much on this page. So what I end up doing is I end up pulling in a branding strip to pull some of the colors from the top down, and then I will use that rainbow that's on the left there. I'll pop that up on some foam and use some of the chipboard hearts just so there's a little bit of embellishment. It's just not so bare. I don't know where I went right now, but I think I'm about to come back. I was probably just staring at this like, what do? I thought I trimmed this part out of this video, but I guess I didn't. So I think I'm about to come back. But yeah, I'm going to get a branding strip. I like this one because it's kind of a plaid that incorporates most of the colors from the top. So I'm going to glue that pretty much in the middle of where my words are going to sit. And I like that that adds some more color and some more interest. And then I think this is where I'll go in with the little rainbow piece, which is super cute. I love that rainbow in this collection. But I think that also helps pull down some of the colors from the top, which I thought this page needed. So that's just going to go on the right hand side there. I'm going to do pop some foam up behind that so it has a little bit of dimension, and then I will get all of the letters glued down. I will say at the end of this process video, I decided just to put all of the clips that I took. You'll notice a couple of the videos in the beginning of the month. I had little clips of video that I took from each of the kind of places that coordinate with the page. But I think instead of continuing to do that, I just am going to put all of them at the end of this page so you can kind of get little snippets from what we did instead of just having like a couple second clips at the end of random videos. So I'm gluing down the branding strip, and then I think I'll finally glue down the letters. But after I do that, I am going to get the rainbow down and embellish with some of the chipboard hearts just to add some more colors from that top down onto the lower section. And I'm pretty much done after that. So you'll have the video of different things that we did while we were here. But I just love, I get so nostalgic looking at this map, remembering our time there, because we had so much fun. We were all over this map too. We rode our horses through this map. We rode the bikes through this map. We hiked through this map. And it really looks really big. If you look at this, it looks like a really big town. It's really not. It's really tiny. So it wasn't too hard to get from point A to point B. But yeah, I like that I have this visual that I can look through as I'm flipping through my pages and kind of just see where everything was, which was nice. But yeah, gluing these down with the Nuvo glue. Again, this glue is really, really nice because it dries clear. I love my Tombow multi... How do you say that glue? Tombow Mono Multi glue because it is so strong, and I really like the flexibility you have by letting it dry slightly so it becomes tacky, so you can kind of move things around too. But for things like this where you need clear glue, I love this Nuvo glue. I got it from Christina's shop for Redefine Creative, and it's my second favorite glue behind Tombow Mono Multi for sure. So I'm going to let this dry a smidgen, but not too much because it doesn't work the exact same way that Tombow Mono Multi does. But I didn't want a bunch of super wet glue when I went to smush all of these letters down just in case they overflowed. But it ended up working out pretty good, actually. So I tried to keep them spaced out correctly on the top so I kind of knew where to put them down on the bottom. But I feel like I kind of had some leeway because it's the only thing going on the bottom of the page other than the rainbow. So... getting all the letters glued down. I really think that's it. I'm trying to think of anything else I wanted to say on this page. This is kind of my page to talk about the experience in general because I don't have specific photos to talk about. But this place was great. If you're looking for a little resort in the North Georgia mountains, I highly recommend this place. The food was great too. We went to Woodlands Grill, was the only restaurant that was open, but they had a really nice selection. It was really fancy. They had a really fancy restaurant, which is one of those, like, I don't know if it was Michelin star, but it was one of those fancy restaurants, and we probably wouldn't have been able to afford it even if it was open, but it wasn't open during our time here, so we didn't get to go to that one. But just Woodlands Grill was really nice. Like every dish was so like pretty, like the presentation was so fancy. Marcus and I felt pretty bougie. We really kind of felt like we weren't fancy enough to come to this place, but we enjoyed it all the same. I think I'm almost done gluing down, and then I'll go in with my chipboard hearts. But yeah, that's pretty much it. They did have a spa that I really thought about going. I really wanted to go to the spa, that's what I'm trying to say, but I felt bad because I was like, Marcus doesn't want to go to the spa, and I don't want to just like leave him to do something else so I could go to the spa on our honeymoon. But we found plenty of stuff to do, so it's okay that I didn't get to do that. We did archery too. That's another thing I forgot to list that we did archery, and I think I said the ruins in the garden and all that was really cool. They had a little bamboo forest you could hike into, and kind of like, I don't know if they did like yoga or meditation in there or something, but I do have a video clip of that at the end of the little bamboo forest. They like had lights strung up around the outside, and it was just so nice. Marcus and I did lay in the hammocks next to the bamboo forest for a while after horse riding and hiking and stuff because we needed a break before we did the canoeing and stuff. But here are the chipboard hearts as my finishing touch, and the video clip will be here in a second. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know this was a different one, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye. She loves it. So this is the best thing ever. Oh, BFFs for life.
She's like, you can just do this for the rest of the day.